Hey guys, this is Tigers coming back to you with a new Overwatch season. I'm standing on the home screen for one very simple reason. Yes, so guys, new season, and first of all, minor little complaint. No, I've got the Battle Pass ever since Overwatch came out with them. But why on God Euro Rails could I not get it? Now guys, I always done the 20 levels, it's just what I do. Now I can. When I go live, I perfectly can.
I've compared grass from both sides.
Not as far as it normally does.
Which is more green.
But from literally unlocking up to that point, we get a Spring Fairy and two new Spring Fairy skins, and gotta say, like, it's cool. An emote for Ash, Healing Blossom, Hurt and Heal, and Show Off. And the new skins. Actually, yeah. First of all, I'll show you the new stuff in the shop because I've not actually had a look at this myself. I saw the starter pack for 2026, like Season 2, because when you essentially go to buy more currency to, because it's something I typically have to do to get battle passes, at least on Overwatch, you get told about that. And, like, I saw, yes, basically. Not seen the Mega Bundle, because none of it would load. Now, I've seen a couple skins, I think. I've seen a couple of new skins, and first of all, Junker Queens. I don't hate it. Again, I don't hate it. Juniors definitely does suit her. I'm gonna say now, Juniors 100% reminds me of my Mizuno armor from Monster Hunter Rise. Same with kind of Freya, they both kind of remind me of that. Genji's I kind of like, but more weirder, but it's not the worst. And yeah, not Genji's hands isn't that bad, and Genji's is okay. The emotes, and Juno does have a cool one. You got weapon charms, you got the cards, you got the sprays. That's that for that. That's the bundles. Now, I did not know this was a thing. God's name, not Kiriko's best, but not her worst. I like it, but I don't. I kind of do like this. It does kind of seem like a reskin of one of her other skins, but okay, I like the Widow skin. But basically, back when Mirror Watch came a thing, Widow got a few new skins that were basically pale white, which were more Mirror Watch Widow. And ever since then, I really liked them, but there's never been a great one that I've been like, yes, I love it. Crimson Court. Oh, please don't say I'm gonna have to get this battle pass. Let's not battle pass up this bundle. Because I don't think it's better than the skin I've got for her. I think it's still cool. And Doomfist is cool. Damn it. Like, I like most of... Not getting it now. I might at some point. The Seraphim skins are back. And, yes, guys, I purchased most of these. Like, I've got all of these skins. Except the blue remakes. And then the only new ones I did buy at Lowe's was like these new ones. Diva got 2. And I think Diva was the only one who got 2 skins during the little Severum collab. Ashes looks cool. Mercy's does also look cool, which is the reason I basically got them, because I liked most of them. Alaris I've kind of soured on. I don't hate it. I don't Kind of cool, kind of not. The same for Junos, it's not the worst thing in the world. Mercy's I do still like. And if anyone wanted to cosplay Mercy, this would be a very simple one to do. It's, I think, just high leg socks, sneakers, a skirt, and then like an orange. I don't want to say tank top because I don't think it is, but then like an orange top and grey like gunmetal black grey gloves sort of thing, and then the wings of the wings. Like I don't think it'd be too much of a pain to do. Not gonna play any of the emotes. Or the victory poses. Basically, guys, the third frame, and I'll quickly mention this now, did 2 collabs with Overwatch. But then the character in my rivals called Luna Snow kind of fits perfectly with, I can't remember what dance, but she does kind of fit perfectly with a dance from the game. And they brought back the bundle, the original one too. And so people kept debating on whether the third frame should be more Overwatch or rivals. They did two, you know, crossovers with Overwatch. There's one character in Rivals that fits it. But like I say, guys, all the blue skins are these skins just with a blue tint. So now for the Mythic, I've not seen this. And when the hell did I get? Oh, 20, and I've got that's okay. I was about to say, when the hell did I get 42? But yeah, so guys, I've not seen this. New season stuff. And bunch of stuff just for me. But yeah, so the Mythic, I've not seen. Not completely. Now, I've seen Genji's weapon from the trailer. But other than that, I've not seen it. And this is for Soldier. Now, part of me was thinking Hazard when I first saw it, because I don't think I saw the gun, I think I just saw the outfit first, and I was like, yeah, that kind of fits Hazard. Kind of a weird one for Soldier, Vortic Overdrive. I'm happy Soldier's got a Mythic. But if we go all the way to level 4, what will mine more than likely look like? I like the glasses a bit more than I like the mask, but I kind of like the mask a bit more too, so no idea. And I probably will go for the, like, see, that looks more red, but I think it's just a, you know, a certain orange. And of course, it does kind of look better in gold. He looks way too young. Although I do definitely think the black suits his hair. But yeah, probably will in again. I don't see they've not mentioned. I don't think they've mentioned another Mythic. So I don't know whether they are doing another Mythic. Now the legendary loot box of the season. Ah, I thought I had that one. Apparently I was either wrong or it was a duplicate. In that case, I'm just going to quickly double check. No, I was wrong. Now, guys, going over the one thing that everyone's going to want to see when I can actually find her. She is a recon hero who, when I first saw her, I saw and I was like, oh, is she another sniping character? Like, because for the simple reason, I was about to say, all the snipers are like recon-based experts, and it's like, no, they're all in sharpshooters. But see, for me, recon and flankers, like there's characters in flankers who I think would fit recon, and vice versa. Like Sombra can flank, not great, but I think she still can. So can someone like Freya, but like Tracer can do recon. Not great, but Reaper could between teleport and like Wraith. It wouldn't work great, but it could. Genji can. Anrun can, and it's just those two. So if you wanted to completely get rid of flanker, you could put Tracer, Genji, and Anrun into recon, and have it as an overall flanker recon thing. And then put Reaper into... Reaper would have to go into Specialist, but there's nothing really Specialist about him. Like, Torbjorn has his turret, Symmetra has her turret, but Soldier's also there. May has her Ice Wall, so you could put Reaper up there, and then you could also put Vendetta up there. And you'd probably then have to check Venture into Recon. But if you go vice versa, yeah, I think they all could fit into Flanker. But covering a new hero, when I first saw her weapon, I presumed Sniper. I was wrong. Now looking at what her weapon looks like in base, in gold, that looks dope. I always love when the gold is an accent and not just a overload. Now, I know for a fact I have a few, I think Sigma's one of those where, when the animation stops, like, yeah, Sigma's, it's kind of the whole thing, but, like, there's not much from that. Reinhardt's is the whole thing, apart from a few light blue accents, which I just think works. Junker Queen's got a few accent colours, so as long as it's not like the full weapon, because otherwise it just personally just looks way too. Jade also doesn't look too bad. I think Jade looks great when you've got like a gunmetal colour to offset it. Galactic also looks cool. And Crimson Wolf does definitely look cool, but I probably would go for gold, but my next gold is probably going to be Amrun. Okay, so I think I've automatically just been given my points then, which were 500 from looks of it, because I was at 760. Hold on. To quickly go over what I... Basically, guys, I ended up doing a few more games, and by a few I mean a good few more games. Not in comp. I think I did a couple games in comp. One of them was in damage. I ended up doing several stadium games early this morning. So if I don't see that in it, like, yay, Overwatch, it's because I spent from 12 o'clock to like 3 o'clock. Just after 3, I think it might have just been just before 12, I think. Basically only playing Overwatch. And it was annoying. And that was just because I was on like 91, 98 for the Battle Pass. I was like, I need to get to 200. It's been the first time, that was the first Battle Pass in a while since I have done it. But then overall, like, that's all stayed the same. But Stadium progress. What Stadium progress? Like, I'm pretty sure I, essentially backhanded myself with damage. But basically, I found out doing game to Stadium was the quickest way to do it. That was bored from doing it. So guys, we are going to do at least a game. Actually, no, we'll do 3 because there's no good arcade up. So yeah, so we'll do 3 games of comp as usual. And I've not had a chance to play New Hero yet, but one new thing that they have added is random map selection, so yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah, that's also kind of fine with Hollywood. But, yeah, they've added random map selection. I'm calling it now, we're gonna get like 3 DPS players. Oh, Sombra's getting banned. No, I'm not saying I'm gonna ban Sombra. I don't see a second. See, annoyingly, it's beginning the season, so I don't know who's busted yet. Jetpack Cat. May's way too annoying. And yeah, you know what? Say Arissa. Torbjorn's also a good choice to ban. A game Sombra's not banned. I'm surprised. Or is this going to be a new season where Sombra doesn't get banned because of PTSD? It doesn't mean I can't play Div, which isn't the worst thing in the world. I can get a chance to play the new hero then, apparently.
Always climb, never fall.
Much lies in store. Let us see.
Okay, so she has a relatively quick rate of fire too. Guys, there are a lot of things about this new hero I do like.
Let's just say I was someone else.
And guys, if you do want to see the new hero trailer, check out the last Overwatch video I did, because the trailer was released several, last week, last Wednesday. And
I think I can make this worth my time.
so L2 is a plasma fire, R1's a drone, which I can then grapple to, and that's that.
Attack commences.
So overall, she does definitely seem good. But again, season could go on, and I could be very much wrong. Although, actually, see, I'm gonna say she wouldn't work in a recon-based thing, or no flanker even, because she doesn't really have any mode of transport, and that's what I think of recon and flankers. But she has a drone, and depending where she. So she can kind of. So she can definitely kind of get around. So. Well, the first few minutes of gameplay, decent. Definitely a cool new hero that's not complicated.
They're good. Guess I gotta be better.
Because, guys, when I say, you can look at a lot of heroes and be like, I've been learning new interesting tricks with Amron recently. Check out last season. I'm not going to be, a literal perfect, so there are going to be times where I probably shouldn't be learning a new hero in comp. And I will go to the practice range at the end to mess around with her.
Think I need a new strat.
But for the first time playing her, because, again, only bit of new season I played today is 3 games in quick play. See, when I first saw this, I was like, is this some kind of futuristic sniper? I also need to remember the fact that pressing that button does deploy jet. That does just deploy her drone. But she does have a decent rate of fire. Is there many characters in this game that I think are gonna they depend on how she goes. I think she's either A. No, Bob, don't do something. I think she's either A, gonna be busted. Again, A, be busted, or B, be underrated, or not as useful as she could be. Because a lot of times in comp, you're gonna see very similar heroes. You're gonna see people wanting to play things like Orisa, Diva, Zarya, Sigma, maybe the odd Reinhardt depending on the game mode. I also have no idea what her role does. You're also going to see people wanting to play Tracer, you're going to see Echoes, you're going to see Kiriko's, Zen's, Moira's backs, the odd Mercy, Anna's. You'll also see the odd Ramatra, because I've seen a few recently. So, but like DPS wise, there are like a range of deep like Bastions, Torbjorns, Symmetras, someone who I see the odd time depending on the map. Reaper, someone who I see a decent bit. Widow, Ashe. I see Genji the odd time. So now her perks increase arch, drone, flight, and grapple range by 25%. Elix rifle, but go for that for now. Again, she's new hero. Her perks are going to be something that you are going to just want to mess around with. Again, there are some times where certain perks, when like I have a base set of perks, but I typically use like for Diva, I always go for reject. Personally, because again, you're going to get taken out of mech, and it's nice having an additional 75 health. Now, would I be perfectly fine with them getting rid of, say, that 75 health, and boosting her up to, say, 200, maybe 225, and, you know, swapping that eject with, like, something that's just as useful? Jesus Christ. Well, something, say, more useful? Yeah, I'd be fine with it. But the reason I like it is because there are going to be situations, and I find myself in those situations, having that extra being put to 250 compared to 175 is massive difference at points. There are points where having additional health is going to help you. Staying on point and all that lot. Now, her other abilities I think are potentially better. Damn it. Would be nice if we could, but I don't know whether we will. I'd like to win the first common game of the season. Okay, the drone grapple ability would be useful as anything now. No! I'm an idiot. Damn it. But, yeah, so I'll just certain points by certain packs are going to be more useful than others. And there are some characters like Reaper that I love playing, but I don't really find myself being instantly like, yes, to any with perks. I mean, I did pretty decent, like, not the most kills on my team, but I'm in the middle. And somehow this weird loadout, this weird team works.
Always climb, never fall.
Also, guys, my win season now changed a lot. For, I say a lot, for like 2 weeks. Basically, I've watched Invincible before Season 2 even came out. And it's been one of my favourite shows. It's just that combo show that I go back to every so often. And I'm like, yes. Now, there are specific seasons in that show that I go back to and I'm like, yes. Like, I've gone back and watched Season 3 a few times. I'm pretty sure I rewatched a few episodes of Season 4. Because this was before most of them were out. I think I might have just gone back and rewatch Season 3 and 4 after. But the reason I say changed are... now, instead of spending 45 minutes to 50 minutes, let's say just under an hour watching Invincible, because then there's also ads, I now get to spend another hour watching The Boys.
Come on, girl. You got this.
Because, guys, not yet. Yes, I think it was yesterday. I finished watching. I'm all the way up to date on The Boys. And I did rewatch the first two. Did rewatch the season 8 finale and the first 2 episodes in season 5. And all I can say is, yes, it's a good show. I don't know why I waited so long to watch it. Part of it, I think it was part was it down to the simple fact of I decided. I don't know when I decided. It was before season 5 came out. I was like, you know what? I'll wait until the final season comes out, then watch it all. I don't know whether I decided that I had to find out season 5 was going to be the last, or I have no idea. But I will say, season 5 shocked me into a point where I was like, huh? Because there are a bunch of just cases of for me where it's like season 5 has just been like, because guys, at the beginning of the season, I felt like A-Train was just a dick. Didn't like him at all. And quite frankly, and like I just didn't like him. And then as that seasons kept going on, I was like, nah. And but then comes season 5, and definitely through the last couple, like in season 2, I started to be like, okay, maybe it's not so much a dick, and that gets down to survival. Then as he started to be more helpful, and then in season 5 where he full on knew that, like, episode 1 season 5, he full on knew what, like, the fact of him dodging, him not making the same mistake twice was gonna cost him. Because guys, basically near the end of season 5, A-Train needs to essentially move out of the way of a citizen, otherwise he will run straight through him and kill him. It's basically how Huey ends up becoming one of the boys. And gets all on that train of we must kill all the suits. More specifically, I want to kill A-Train. More specifically, but and
Well, I always have room to grow.
and he dodged out the way of someone and then tripped over a branch in the woods. And Homelander does what Homelander does. And Homelander full on does. Now, the thing I kind of find funny is, in the very next episode, damn it, like, they're all like, yes, he will be missed. Starlight killed them all at lots, like, you know, so you full on know you can brand him a traitor. Yes!
Eyes on the sky.
First game playing, guys. First game. Okay, I think I know what my next short's gonna be. I was about to say, I think I'm now MVP. Guys, they've also brought this back, which I thought was going to come back last season. Was kind of disappointed when they didn't, but was completely surprised when they brought it back this season. Jeez. Now I'm on 1%, which isn't the worst at the beginning of the season to. But like, yes, guys, I was completely surprised. And going over her new skins, Painter, I don't really like. Like, I don't mind the boots. I think they kind of offset the whole outfit though. But again, it makes a lot of sense. She's trekking up mountains a lot, so she wants something comfortable. I kind of do like Black Canyon. And it also kind of makes a tiny bit more sense. Yes, the purple does stick out, but she's already got. I mean, to be fair, that's kind of more red. Her hair stays the same color, but she does also just look really cool. Now, I do look at that face, and I can pretend that was the reason I saw Sniper, because she's holding it like, did it, boom. I do kind of look at her face, and I can kind of see Symmetra. Kind of see a Symmetra. I can kind of see Farah and Anna. Like, there are a few characters I can see from her face, but it does definitely look distinct. And the one thing I've not double-checked... Guys, they've changed their face. They finally did it. They said in Season 2 that they've been doing this for Season 2. Okay, why's Fired Up cool? Granted, I think Firestart's kind of cooler. And I get that when I get Anrind up to level 16. But yeah, so they have changed their face. So I'm not that far, I'm only 5 levels off. But after playing one game, what are my opinions on the new season? I'm loving it. It's Overwatch has been, like, since last season, Overwatch has definitely been that game where it's like, it will have a few seasons, and it probably will have a few seasons where it has a rough patch. And it will probably have a few weeks or a few updates that aren't the best. But it's still overall going to be good, and you're still going to overall enjoy it, which is what I prefer. Yeah, random. I'm not a fan. Also, Arctic, I think the Arctic Penston map's been updated too. Ilios.
Select your hero.
Like, guys, you can't probably see from that, but her face has been updated. Has something else been... Resets in 6 days, resets in 17 hours. Before I do choose... No, it has. Okay, so that's back to being normal. I don't want May, I don't want Jetpack Cat. And I'm gonna go back to saying I don't want Zarya. Domain's on the list of people that they don't want to deal with now. Domina? Domain? Her name's still confusing. I need to hear it at some point. Gold brought. Jeez, how did that have a range? Like, that's what, almost halfway through gold. Kiriko, because I'm not going to add another DPS. No, it'd be nice if we got a tank.
I'll find my own path.
I was about to say, it'd be nice if we got 2 sports, and it's like, hold on, wait a minute.
I only ever hear horror stories about siblings. Ever wish you were an only child?
Honestly, I wouldn't give up my brother for the world.
That's kind of sweet of her. To be fair, the reason I think Anran wouldn't give up her brother is, like, they've got this bond that has been formed not just from, you know, being siblings, but from training, from sparring with each other, from going through a lot, from being in Overwatch together. Which can seriously saying something. Like, I know a lot of people are like, yeah, no, I was happy to trade. I was happy to trade my sibling for, you know, half a bar of chocolate. And it's like, why only half? Half bar of chocolate of the worst chocolate in the world. It's like, oh, geez, you really don't like it. It's like, yeah, no. Like, I know a few people who are like, yeah, no, you can just have them. And I kind of get that. Like, if you grow up with, like, a sibling in the house, it's kind of annoying as anything. Like, I kind of get that. But also at the same point, I, like, see, guys, something I don't agree with, but I kind of get how it does kind of go in character is, I'm not on about full-length bullying, but I'm on about essential, like, teasing and all that lot from, like, older siblings. Or mates doing it, it kind of does build character. Because why I don't know remote bullying, I saw a video the other day, not the other day, a good while ago, I basically forgot to mention, of this person being like, yeah, so kids are going soft now because they're not getting bullied anymore. It's like, well, shouldn't it be a good thing? Like, A, should it not be a good thing? And it's like, hold on, I'm the person I am today because of the fact of that I've dealt with things like bullies. Because I was bullied at one point.
Done playing around.
Now, that very much did stop, and I've not been bullied since then. But it's like, no, that did kind of change it, because I was like, I was fed up of doing it. Although now I kind of did do a 360. Guys, I'm one of those few people who've been on both ends. No, I'm not saying bullying is good. I do not condone, no, Jesus Christ, night. Like, I'm not, Jesus Christ, I'm not saying bullying's good. I'm saying sometimes taking someone out of their comfort zone isn't the worst thing in the world. Because again, it can build character, but it can also tear someone down to a point, like... Please don't tell me I'm 3-3 losses. I mean, it's the new season, so it makes sense. So guys, this is the season I get back into gold. Also, at some point in this season, I do need to just go and do 3 games in role queue. Now, the reason I typically don't do role queue comp is it's not as fun as normal comp, and I'm way too used to normal comp. See, I say normal comp, open queue comp. Because it's one of those cases where I prefer 6v6 format. Overwatch-wise, I'm used to 6v6 format. I've been playing since I started playing Overwatch like early 2017. I got it for Christmas 2016. I think I might have played the odd game in 2016. Then I played a few games in 2017. Maybe the odd game early 2018. But then didn't properly start playing it until like 2019 with a group of mates on PlayStation. Because I randomly picked it up for Xbox and like for that Christmas. Like, I randomly picked up with my Xbox One, at the time, the Xbox One S. And I don't know why I did. Granted, I don't regret picking it up. Because then when it came to getting PlayStation, I don't know what I did for PlayStation either. Granted, now I'd have it as an option.
Time to get clever.
Did our Anran change? Because they weren't wearing... I think our Anran changed from Symmetra, which means, yeah, we lost our tank. That's great. And I randomly did, and then again, mate was like, hey, do you have Overwatch? And I'm like, yeah. So I randomly picked it up on the PlayStation 4 when I got it, because I don't think I've ever properly told this story, but back in 2018, Spider-Man PS4 came out, and I'm like, I want it. I so want it. And at the time, I think I had spare, like 150 quid, maybe 200. I think it was less than that. No, it was. It was like under 100, I think I had spare. And so I was looking on Facebook Marketplace for PlayStation 4s. And I was looking, and I was like, yeah, no, and like, basically in the end I didn't get one from her. In the end I got one from Argus. And in the end I was like, I basically said, you know what, I'll just wait till Christmas. And so I did, and I got Spider-Man PS4. I got Overwatch, I think I got GTA and Minecraft. I think those are the 4 games I initially got. And About to say thank you, Diva. But yeah, that's roughly what her new face does look like. Right, trying to be creepy. And so I did, and then I basically non-stop played Spider-Man PS4 from... It wasn't from direct, I say non-stop. I don't think it was direct, because basically... not at, like it wasn't non-stop, but I played a good bit of it on like Christmas night, and then several like nights after that. And then in 2019, when I went back to school, I'd already told a mate. I think I potentially told a mate at like Christmas, but then like I think it was back in school 2019. Another mate was, I don't know how long it was after that, but I think I'd already completed Spider-Man PS4. Because I know at the time I hadn't started playing GTA 5 on PlayStation. Because I remember when I started playing GTA 5 on PlayStation, there was a group of us started together. And I remember basically having nothing. Again. It's like the fourth time I'd gone through this. I think. No, third time. I've played the story mode 4 times because 360, Xbox One, which I don't know if I ever completed. I know I've completed at least 4 times because I've gone back and redone missions several times. PlayStation 4, which I did. The PlayStation 4 disc in the PS5. No, Xbox One, which I think was the first time I completed it. PlayStation 4. The PlayStation 4 disc in the PlayStation 5 before the PS5 version was released. And then the PS5 version, so Xbox One, PS4, PS4 disc in the PS5, and then the PlayStation 5. And like I hadn't started playing GTA. I think I might have played the odd bit of Minecraft, but didn't properly start playing Minecraft. And then I know for a fact I hadn't touched Overwatch yet, so the only game I was playing on PlayStation at the time was Spider-Man. I was hooked on to Spider-Man. I didn't, at the time, I wasn't like full on seeking out the plot, but I was like, yes, 100%. I was playing as much as I could, and as often as I could. Which was basically just late nights. And then a mate asked if I had like a headset for PlayStation, because up to this point, I think I end up going into this, and I think it's Saturdays. That's why it's a bunch of system related, because I ended up talking about this when filming Monster Hunter last night for Saturday, and asked if I had a headset for like PlayStation. I was like, I got the thing that came with it, and for a good while I think I went through like 30 or 40 of those things. Like I went through a good handful of basically those like little tiny little clip things that came with the PlayStation headset. They're not great. They were nice, but they're not great. It was a one head thing. A good while late, this was several years later. This was like 2023 maybe. I was like, you know what, I'll just get a headset. Just get a headset. Like, I will literally just get a headset. Zarya, oh, that character's getting banned. That's nice to know. May, and we'll say Lightweaver. There are a few points, Jetpack Cat, no, Jetpack Cat. Jetpack Cat, Orisa, and Reaper and Tracer, jeez. I don't know why Reaper and Tracer are getting banned, or, like, I don't know how busted Orisa is anymore. Gold? Jeez. I'm gonna say we don't need 3 DPS. See, the one annoyance that they've now done since they were like, here's a bunch of different classifications for each of the heroes. Like, you know, the flankers, the sharpshooters, you know, what. Now you will get people that are like, okay, so on our team we need, bear in mind, I forget, like in comp you have 6 players, and they'll completely forget about the like, limit, and they'll be like, okay, so we need someone flanker, we need a sharpshooter, and we also like need a recon, and then like the 4th one, specialists, like we need one of them, and it's like, okay, so you've now just said we need 4 DPS for our team. But we need to know what we need is a tank, what we need is a support, and we need 2 of them. Because you don't always need like recon and specialists and a lot on the one team. There are going to be games where you do need some like specialists and a recon. And there are going to be games where you don't need them at all. Every game functions differently. Like this map, yeah, having someone who can go out and scout when you've got the upper front, yeah, might be useful. So, you know, someone like Kiriko who can multifunction, who can go and scout a little bit, and then just teleport back to the team and be like, yep, okay, this is where they are. Instead of, say, having... Or, say, instead of having, say, a Widow, having Anna. There are, like, support that can kind of fit into other roles. Like, Anna can fit into sharpshooter because she is one. Plus, a lot of time you do just want to find characters that can just multi-roll. No! Damn it, I knew I wasn't going to pull that off twice. I've rarely ever pulled off the move of basically saving myself from a falling cliff. Like, I've pulled it off a few times. Barely ever. Was last season of comp this... I'm gonna say it, this bad. Like, at the start of it. Because if it does just become like a case of, like, at the beginning of the season to comp, that does just become a case of, oh my god, I think I probably would start playing new seasons in quick play or arcade. But yeah, so getting back, then did, and then like a mate asked me, you know, I then started playing games with them, and kind of how I got into playing online games with other people on PlayStation. We then started playing GTA, then got me into Monster Hunter. I then got this is World, and I will say exactly where I'm World because I consider it a learning experience. I was told to go to the big tree on World by my mate. Bad instructions by him and bad following of directions from me. But mainly bad, you know, go up to the giant tree. I did. The giant tree I went up to is the tree that you know see. The top of that tree is where Rathian and Rathalos' nest is. So I went up to that tree. I was like, where do I need to go? And I basically didn't get to the gate, because that's where you meant to go.
I don't give up that easy.
I think if I was told to, you know, just go straight and go to that gate. I don't know whether I was or not. I think I was told to go past a giant tree. So I went up and got lost and then just was like, no, I'm done. Like a year later, my mate was playing the game again. Because I don't know whether he stopped playing for a year or... Because he either A, stopped playing for a year and Iceborne had come out at that point. Because I don't know when Iceborne came out, or Iceborne had only just come out. I have no idea, because we were double checking when Iceborne came out. if Monster Hunter Iceborne didn't come out till 2020, then
Time to get clever.
29. No, okay. So no, 6th of September 2019, which I think I'd got into the game before that, because I remember my mate being, I think he was early into Iceborne, because him and another mate of his basically played for the game, and that mate ended up, ditching. Again, I didn't know this mate of his, and again, I got lost, full on lost, stopped playing the game for like a year. I don't know how I eventually found the tree.
That wasn't called for.
I think it was just from a. I don't want to say share screen because I don't think they didn't. I don't think there was rhyme with the PlayStation 4. And I eventually got there and got all that through blah 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 and got me into Monster Hunter. But there are so many games that I would not be playing if I'd never got PlayStation. I wouldn't be playing Overwatch as much as I do. Which does mean I would save a load of money. And most of this is just because of one mate. I wouldn't be into Yu-Gi-Oh! If that wasn't said mate. Or Monster Hunter. Or a game called Genshin Impact. The fun game can be very addictive and can, lead you to being broke half the time. And there is Yu-Gi-Oh! In general.
This ends now.
Because then there was also Legacy of the Duelist, Legacy Evolution. Like the two legacy games for Yu-Gi-Oh! That was basically the story of it. That story is like the Duel Monster story, the GX story, the 5D story, the Arc 5, the Dexel story, the Arc 5 story, the Frame story, and I think it was Legacy of Evolution. That my mate then got me into. And then, he told me about my store and I downloaded that. So there's Yu-Gi-Oh! In general. I would be playing GTA. I don't know whether I would have started GTA when I did, or whether I'd be as far in GTA as I am now. Because kind of an interesting story, kind of not. Back then, there was 3 of us.
I'll find my own.
And me and this other person were helping this mate, basically with his business, his biker business. And if you know anything about helping people in online businesses, you basically get paid for a haul in GTA. Unless it's heist, you don't get paid that much from helping business-wise. Which is why it's one of those cases where I do all business work myself. It's just the most efficient thing for me, and the easiest. Because otherwise I'd have to be waiting around to speak to someone, and at that point it's who's got that time? By that point, if I was waiting for someone to help me sell stuff, I could have sold about 15 different things by that point. I honestly could have sold a bunch of things by that point. And so we were helping this mate out with his biker businesses, and then one day we were both like, hey, we're just going to do our own businesses, because I started working on mine to get cash. Because in the early stage of GTA, cash is everything. Money's everything in the early stage of GTA. For me now, it's absolutely nothing. If you've seen any of my GTA 5 videos, then you will know the fact that, I don't exactly need cash. I don't exactly need money in that game. I've basically maximized maximized businesses to a point where, anything on, a couple mil is kind of petty change to me in that game now. Now, apparently in GTA 6 they've changed that, so I'm not going to be able to basically master everything, so I never have to worry about it. Because, guys, I got to a true point of money in that game, so any update that does come out for the game, kind of did it too late. I wouldn't have to worry about whether I could buy the update. Buy the new businesses, buy the new stuff for the update. I don't have to worry about that. Granted, there's not many things I do then buy. Like, it's basically just new businesses, and I end up making that money back pretty quickly. But I like the option. But yeah, apparently GTA 6 that's changing. Yeah, I don't see GTA 6 like, guys. I'm honestly, if GTA 6 gets released, my reaction is going to be, wait, what? Because the amount of stories that the amount of videos I've seen of basically people being like, you know, old age, you know, 50, 60 years later, and their kids being like, or like their grandkids being like, hey, GTA 6 has come out, and then be like, wait, what? GTA 6, I remember when that game was supposed to come out, and it was the good old years of 2020, and like 2022 and 2024 and all that lot, like, I think it was like, because guys, basically GTA 5 came out 13 years ago. Do you know how many COD games we've had in that 13 years? I want to say 13 different ones, but no, I'm pretty sure it's like 16. Like, I know there was some points where we've probably had like two COD games each year, and like other points where we've probably only had one, maybe not one.
Meteor strike.
But I also know barely anybody plays COD anymore. Like guys, if I'm playing COD, the only two CODs I'm playing are either Black Ops 3, just because it has Skyjack, and you know, the boat where, like, Skyjack's like one of my favourite maps to mess around with, do like a quick gun game on. Which is barely ever. Or it's World War 2. And on that I play a custom gun game, not custom gun, a custom airsoft game mode that a mate came up with that he then told me how he did. Of course I went 3-3 for losses.
Meteor strike.
And basically he just made it so everyone was like one-hit wonders. And it's really fun. I'm voting their mercy. They were keeping their full team alive. But yeah, so guys, if you do see a short up in like the next couple of days of basically me, you know, you just like my first game playing thingy, no, that'd be why. Oh, Jesus Christ. 25% loss. Which meant I was on a 24. Oh, that hurts. That stings. Like, guys, that physically stings. I will try and get that back up next week. But overall from this new season, what do I rank it? It's good. It's definitely good. There probably will be a few improvements. I'm surprised the self-frame stuff's come back. I'm presuming that they've got an agreement if they ever do bring it back with the self-frame. Which I know for a fact I'm budging, and I apologise for that. I'm presuming it's just in case they have an agreement where if they ever do bring it back, they get paid so much. But quickly jumping into the practice range to mess around with a new hero. But before I do jump into her,
The fire in my heart will never burn out.
actually, easy way to do this.
Always climb, never fall.
Also, something that I like that Marvel Rivals do, like, that's just a basic Overwatch 2 design for Tracer. They have the option of non-basic designs for, like, non-basic skins for the characters. So, again, quick normal gunfire.
Don't look so glum.
But quickly looking at Amron's face, they make it so they can turn. Yeah, they definitely change. I do definitely like to change. It looks so much more. Did they give her a ponytail, or she always had that? Now, something I do want to know is if I shoot the drone, say, there,
Yeah, that'll hold. Always hit my mark.
so basic gunfire, all that lot.
Ready to rumble. Tracking.
Now, one thing I do want to know is if I hold No, so it's just a quick launch. I know. All launches her drone and then basically launches a bunch of proximity mines. Which again is really cool. Now, taking a look at both sets of abilities. Full flight. Increase the drone flight and grapple range by 25%. I can see plenty of uses in that. Helix rifle bullets spread, tightened, 100% faster, and 30% wider shown.
Ooh, fresh gear.
Medidrone. Arch drone holds a medikit that can heal you. Heals Seren. Locked in. Firing tracking shots increases your attack spread by 20% for 2 seconds. I think the Medidrone would kind of be more useful.
Better watch yourself. Eyes on the sky.
But like, I do kind of think it would be a bit more useful in certain situations. Ah, you can easily enough get one here, which is good. So if I deploy my drone, I then get healed. Okay. So technically speaking, do I just need to have my drone in sight? No. I do just need to grapple to it. Okay.
Be a good sport about it now.
Definitely cool. Like, definitely cool. I do definitely like changes this season. They seem interesting, they seem cool, and I'm happy with them. Now, I don't know every single change, and some changes I will basically show off after the season goes on. Like map changes and all that, they will basically be shown as I get into those maps. But the change I do definitely like is Anran's face. She, still looks how she did during the... Basically, when they first showed her off, when Wu Yang was showed off in his trailer. At that point in time, I don't think they full on picked a design for her. And her style all that lot. Now they have, and fans are instantly annoyed because she looked like any don't want to say any Asian character in this game, but basically looked like a load of them. You could basically swap the heads and you'd get all of them. I do definitely like this because while it does make her slightly look a bit too young, it doesn't make her look too young. This makes her look a slightly bit more older than Wu Yang, but not by too much. I'd presume like 3 or 4 years. Compared to her old one where I'd imagine her being, say, 35, and Wu Yang being like 16. Compared to this, I imagine her being, what, 19, 20? Wu Yang being like 17 to 18. And you probably have to time it perfectly, but yeah, otherwise, she's a really cool character. I'm happy the updates they've done to her around because it makes her look more unique, and quite frankly, that's all I've ever wanted for the character. Is Sephiroth? Is she gonna top Aaron for my favorite character in this game? No. Am I happy now there's another really easy character? Yes, because again, going through the roster, if you look at the recon characters, you'll find that most of them are very simple to play. And there's always at least one, like... Medic is probably simple. It's probably one of the simpler roles in the game. Moira, you use one trigger to use, like, R1, like...
Humanity is shackled.
R2 to heal, L2 to damage. Mercy, you've got a staff to heal, Life Weaver...
Spend every lifetime.
You can heal like that, like charging up the shot. And Kiriko, you've got... You can just start throwing these to heal. Very simple. Yes, Kiriko's timing and when to teleport a lot is one thing, and Mercy with her flight. But for the most part, it's simple, because like Survivor's slightly a bit more complicated at points, because there are things about each of the Survivors that you will have to learn, and you won't be able to basically... You might, but who knows. I'd probably say... Flank or Recon are the easiest for damage. And I'll get back to that one. And then I'm going to say Bruiser. Because for the most part, Bruiser's just about dealing damage. Roadhog, Arista, Malga all deal damage, and so does Zarya. Compared to Stalwart. Again, some variation of shields. And they all can, apart from Junker Queen. And Interceptor are basically characters that can intercept or leap or, again, dive. D.Va can fly via mech and dive. Doomfist can dive. Hazard can jump. Winston can jump. Wrecking Ball can swing. But yeah, the reason I say probably one of these two are probably one of the simplest. I'm probably going to go Recon. Echo is very simple to play. Like, boom, 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 fly. Nothing too complicated. Freya is probably slightly bit more complicated, and granted it doesn't speak for every character in that role. Same for Farah, you need to learn timing. But someone like Serene, she's very simple. Yes, there's a drone which you will need to learn. But for the most part, point and shoot and you're fine. Same for Sombra, you just need to learn timing. But then there's characters like Soldier, who I will say is basically just a quad player. Bastion is also very simple. So is Junkrat, actually. Torbjorn and Symmetra. Okay, maybe Specialist is the easiest role in damage. Because the only one I don't see being that easy is Emran. Or Emery. Yeah, that could be wrong. Who knows? But other than that, yeah, they're all very simplistic. Like, Sharpshooter definitely isn't, because Ashe, it's like, again, sniping, like, it's a variation of sniping. I don't know why Sojin's up there. She has a railgun. Yes, she can pinpoint a few shots, but again, railgun. This is the last skin that we got back before Overwatch 2 changed just to Overwatch. But like, there are characters in each role that are very simple. Baptiste, shooting, you know, you have grenades, you shoot. Then you target someone, that's how you heal them. You have two orbs. One heals, one... I can't remember what the other one does. Break, you have a shield which keeps you alive. Juna can fly and jump and all that lot. Wu Yang has several different tricks to keep him alive. But yeah, so... Definitely a fun season. And definitely one I'm definitely looking forward to. And to prove that, again, there's basically nothing new other than motion comics, which I don't go through. Although, I'm kind of surprised that we didn't get that for Serene, because that, I kind of think that looks cooler. Like, don't get me wrong, I still think the character looks cool. When I can find her. Although saying that, she does actually look very identical. I could be wrong then. Yeah, the character does look really cool. But anyway guys, hope you have enjoyed this season. If you want to know what I did, please like, comment, subscribe, and this is Tiger signing off, and I'll see you next time. Bye!